Hello everyone and welcome to episode 23 of the CWA, the Real World Draft Series here on the channel using TEW 2020 as we are just a mere 2 shows away as we're only 9 days away. So we have this show and then our go home show before we're at the Slammy Showdown for the Rocket show, as we do have we have a backstage incident, and it is Shima who helped create a great atmosphere backstage. But he pulled a great rib on the entire locker room that had everyone laughing afterwards. How fun. Look at Shima pulling ribs on people. As, of course, we're gonna, book the show. We'll be right back, run the show for everyone. As, then we'll be one step closer to the Slammy Showdown for the Rocket. This is starting with the pre-show. We have 2 pre-show matches. This is the first one. As probably could be on the main show, but we're gonna wait till, obviously, Shima and Rookie Doi make their debut, as TJ Wilson getting a win over Shima, 934, winning with the sharpshooter, 54 for TJ, 52 for Shima, gets a 57. Yeah, this match would be fucking awesome if this ever happened in real life, but obviously I don't think that's ever gonna happen. But yeah, still, I mean, that's, talk about 2 guys, like a mere, would say 15 years ago, probably around 2005, 2006. 2007, like the mid-2000s. Like, this would be an awesome little junior match. I would pay big money to see it. But that was just, it's a fun little match. I saw that, TJ kind of hadn't done anything in a hot minute. Needed to give him a nice little win, too. So it just gives Shima a little match as well, get him where he's at. Because he's low 50, so that he's going to be doing alright for us, so that's big. As this gets a 50. Pete Dunne, Noam Dar. Pete Dunne getting the one with the better end at 938. Same thing with Pete. Here, as you know, Noam Dar, bit of a tough go as of late for CWA, because, I mean, his ratings, they're not that great, but he's part of the British Commonwealth Division, so at least he's got that going for him. So he's not that bad, but compared to, like, everybody else in that Commonwealth Division, he's near the bottom of the list. As we have the Stampede TV intro, of course, as then the opener, or before we get to the opener, we have Father James Mitchell. He's, he's in Brock Lesnar's locker room. He says, Brock, listen, you told me to go get some guys. I've got this guy. He would be perfect for the Dark Order. I'll introduce you to him next week. He is what the Dark Order is all about. He will be a killer for the Dark Order, as that is, we get to see, maybe we'll get to see this man. Hopefully, we get to see him next week. Hopefully, Father James Mitchell's not a lying piece of shit. But Brock just kind of nods in his... hopefully, for Brock at least, he's got someone along the Dark Order besides Brody King. Because, I mean, God bless Stu Grayson and Evil Uno. They're just not on Brock's level of what he wants in the Dark Order. And then we have Hiroshi Tanahashi and Takashi Sugiura. What a fucking dream match this would be. As Takashi Sugiura takes the high fly flow at 942, Tanahashi with a 50. Sugiura 38. That's a nice little match for Tanahashi there. As the Kenta's injury update. So this is in Brett's office. He's explaining to the people at home. Kenta's is out injured with his labrum tear, as he will not be able to perform his match against Naomichi Marufuji at the Slammy Showdown for the Rocket. But tonight, for Naomichi Marufuji, he's going to take on the rest of Axis, as he's taking on Nakajima, and he's had the 6-man with Kenta and Axis, and now for this night he's taking on Go Shizaki, as that is next as well. So then we have that, and that gets a 59. Naomichi Marufuji with a 63. What a fucking savage! As he beats Go in 9:45 with a double underside power slam. It's Go Shizaki with a 40. They got the crowd hotter too, so that's great. Then afterwards, he gets a beatdown. That's Tomohiro Ishii, the last member of No Mercy. He hasn't really faced them in a hot minute. They had a match back in January on the pre-show. But Tomohiro Ishii and Naomichi Marufuji are set to do battle now at the Slammy Showdown for the Rocket. What a fucking match that will be. If Ishii's over, it's better. But if not, it will do just fine nonetheless. As then, Pac's British Commonwealth Open Challenge for this title, as out comes Wade Barrett and Sheamus. And Barrett's like, well, hold on just a damn minute. we doesn't just say that only one guy can accept this challenge. Both me and my lad here, Sheamus, are going to accept. And Pac's not really scared, but you can kind of tell that he was not expecting two guys to accept the challenge at once. So now it's a triple threat. At least it's a triple threat. At least it's not like a handicap match or something. So he's got Barrett and Sheamus. It's basically going to be a handicap match, but he somehow overcomes the odds. Does Pac in 11:37 when he pins Wade Barrett after the with the black arrow, as Sheamus is taken out on the outside. Defends number 9 of his British Commonwealth title. Not even 2 men could stop Pac, as he got a 74. As Sheamus with a 52, Barrett with a 44. I wanted to have Sheamus to actually take the fall on this one. I figured because Sheamus has that type of momentum, but we kept that momentum going at least. So Barrett takes the fall there and segment, as I got a 67. Probably the best thing we'll have on the card. As for the main event, it's the number 1 contendership for the CWA Women's title, as who takes on the boss, Sasha Banks. Is it going to be Trish Stratus or Natalya Neidhart? It is Natty, as Natalya gets the win in 10-16. She wins the German suplex. It's 51 for Natalya, 59 for Trish. Natty gets a title shot against the boss, Sasha Banks. So now that is set for the Slammy Showdown for the Rocket, as Natalya Neidhart and Sasha Banks for the gold. How fun. As that's the end of the show. So hopefully. So there we go. So yeah, 61. It could have been worse. But obviously we jam-packed that main event. The angle with Ishii with the beatdown was probably the worst thing. Well, now the injury update too. But not a bad show. Not a bad show by any means. We lost our pop more than we gained our pop. That was kind of the bad thing. We would have gained 6 in British and 6 in Oceania. But we can't due to the restricted due. To the limited number of viewers there, as always, because we can't get any better. We're just kind of stuck in limbo. How fun. As, man, the Slammy Showdown for the Rocket show, it's turning out to be a hell of a card. We got Natalya and Sasha. We've got the tag title matchup of the Bucks and Kevin Steen and Sami Zayn. We got Ishii, Naomichi, and Marufuji now. We have a lot of great stuff there for that card already. We don't even know, Brock said oh wow, look at that. We got the big rig. Finally in part of the CWA. The time we had Shista's contract coming up, I think we're gonna try to get her. Not sure. So we could use another Joshi in here. Yeah, we might see what, we'll have to change all that. Talk to her and ask her to be a part of being Canada. Grant Akuma left. Oh wow, Sasha Banks has left MCW. How fun. It's like it's someone's time to try to negotiate so we can actually have her. Because we were just loaning her, and I figured this would be about the time so no one else has had a contract offer, so that's fun. We don't have a bidding war yet. Wow, they formed the Kingdom. Saxon Virginia, Big Damo, Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and then Timothy Thatcher. How fun. Don Fuji retired. So that will do it for this episode of the CWA. As man, we are now we have the Go Home show left. We have the CWA Stampede show, and then it's the Slammy Showdown for the Rocket. What a fucking show. We have so many people still preparing the debut. As you see there, we got Paige, got Candice LeRae, Brody Lee's preparing, Tommy Inn's preparing, Ray Phoenix preparing the debut. So many new guys. I think Roddy Strong's a part of this list. Yeah, he's preparing. I don't know why he wasn't part of the rest of them. And now we're going to have Sasha, which obviously Sasha's been a part. I don't know why I just hit Dean Malenko there. As, she's obviously the fucking CWA. Not right now, because, she's not a part of our company right now. But it kind of sucks because that happened with the Bucks, too. When we couldn't get Mac Jackson back off of loan. We had to wait a little bit. His contract ran up. Or, not his contract ran up, just his loans ran up, and we couldn't do a handshake deal at that time, because with Nick Jackson, we got a handshake deal thanks to his contract coming up, but Matt's still exclusively written, so that we have to keep kind of loaning him, type of situation. But right now it's so it says that they're a 2-time champ, but they still should just have the one reign. That's neither here nor there. As I just want to look at Canada real quick just to show everyone. So the economy's failing. In the wrestling industry, it's only in 38. Still rising, but it's still pretty small. Hopefully, it can get to a point where they're both kind of in the 50s, high 50s, something like that. So we can hope for. I think the economy's falling everywhere. It's rising in the British Isles. It's rising in Japan. Alright, it's rising everywhere but North America. Makes sense. North America's went to shit. And I'm trying to think what else. I mean, we have 2 title matches already formed. Brett had he said that he's got something in store for that Canadian heavyweight title. Guess we'll find out next week. How fun. We'll catch you guys next time. Take care, everyone.